With the latest gimmick in Generation 9 being terrestrialization, I can never pronounce the word, I wonder what will happen to those Pokemon who use the Terra gimmick in order to become stronger. What do I mean by this? Well, one of the latest Pokemon which was introduced in the Teal'Mas DLC was Ogerpon, and Ogerpon, as you might know, gains most of her power through the Terra gimmick. Although you could still effectively use her without her Terra form, she does gain incredible power through that gimmick, and it reminds me of how Urshifu was introduced in the first part of the Sword and Shield DLC, and how he gained incredible strength through Gigantamaxing, and even now he's still used very often in the ranked space. But there were Pokemon in Sword and Shield like Eternatus who were never able to use their special exclusive gimmicks. And this brings me on to my next question. Will Terrapagos have a similar outcome for when you catch him? Because right now, the majority of us are speculating that Terrapagos will have access to more than one typing. I mean having access to all the typings. And if that is the case, then that means the all typing form will be the gimmick of Terrapagos that we will not be able to use, and will most likely only be available for the duration of the boss battle. Very similar to how we faced off Eternatus. But why am I mentioning all of this? Because this Terra gimmick is most likely going to be scrapped going into Generation 10, and this will affect Pokemon like Ogerpon, and might even affect Terrapagos, depending on what ability or other gimmicks Terrapagos might have. Even Pokemon like Mousehold, who are literally used in ranked battles because of the Terra gimmick, are going to have to deal with not having a Terra change. And you know what? This is interesting, because Generation 10 is going to introduce a new gimmick that powers up these Pokemon in a similar way. Just like I previously mentioned, Rapid Strike Urshifu's loss of Gigantamaxing was balanced out by him having access to Water Terra type in Scarlet and Violet. And going along with his exclusive Surging Strikes move, he became banned from competitive singles in the OU category. So moving on to Generation 10, I wonder what gimmick we are going to receive that will enable us to use these Pokemon to their full potential. And going into the next Pokemon games that are set for release in 2024, I do speculate that they will keep this Terra gimmick and eventually get rid of it when Generation 10 comes about. Let me know in the comment section below what you think a new Generation 10 gimmick could be.